Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Astin Padasala. This is a part 2 video. Currently we are discussing the answers for those questions that's been asked in Csir 2. So they had given clotting factor and they had asked us to match. Okay, so clotting factor 5, the other name is pro-accelerant, it's a liable factor, and clotting number 7 is called as pro-converting, it's a stable factor. Next, clotting number 9 is anti-hemophilic factor. Next is clotting number 12, which is Hageman factor. Okay, the next is CD spectra. So from CD spectra, we can able to determine the entire secondary structure of protein. It will be giving information about alpha helix, beta sheet, and also it will be giving information about triple helical structure. At the same time, it will also be giving thing with regarding to denatured protein. So all information we can able to get from CD spectrograph. Next, they had given endocrine gland hormones and their function. So, dopamine is responsible for pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. And cortisol, they will be playing an important role in stress. And adrenaline is called as gland of, it's called as emergency hormone. And melatonin is involving in your circadian rhythm. Next is phosphorylation is not occurring which amino acid. So, they had asked a question with regarding to translation, post-translation process. So, most of the amino acid cannot be phosphorylated. So, only 3 amino acid alone can be phosphorylated. So those 3 amino acids include your serine, threonine, tyrosine. So correct answer, they are asking which of the amino acid is not undergoing the process of phosphorylation. It is lysine. So which of the following statement is correct regarding aquaporin? So first statement, it is an integral membrane protein. Of course, it is correct. Next is present on bacteria. Of course, aquaporin are present in bacteria, archaea, eukaryotes. Okay. Next is have this NPA motif, that is asparagine, proline, alanine, which is most important in the crucial role during the process of water channeling process. So this particular thing is present on N-terminus region. Okay. So next is a promoter. So promoter will be occurring upstream for your transcription starts. At the same time, it will also be present only in transcribed portion of your gene. So both the option A and option B are correct. Next, what is the characteristics of plant growing in dark? So they will be having a high biomass. At the same time, they will be fixing their carbon at night. Okay, so we had heard about the CAM cycle where they will be having an inverted stomatal cycle. They will be opening the stomata in night and they will be closing the stomata in day in order to preserve their water. Okay, so in CAM plant, they will be fixing the carbon dioxide at night by using a enzyme called PEP carboxylase. At the same time, they will be accumulating a large amount of malate in their large vacuole. Next, bronchoconstriction. So all the 4 options are, that is angiotensin, thromboxane, prostaglandin, leukotriene are involved in the process of bronchoconstriction only, friends. So prostaglandin is a potent bronchoconstriction which is useful for asthma. At the same time, thromboxane is also being employed for both for vasoconstriction. At the same time, it is also having bronchoconstriction. Next is leukotrienes are also important in mediating. So it is involved in the process of bronchoconstriction at the time of asthma. Okay. So these leukotrienes are involved in the process of important mediator which are responsible for causing exercise-induced bronchoconstriction in individual with asthma. So next is there is a question regarding two strains are cross and F1 progeny was observed. It was a phenotype B, and when we self this F1 progeny, it was given a somewhat different phenotype similar to that of mother. So what is the answer? Whether it is due to maternal effect, maternal inheritance, or cytoplasmic inheritance? It is the correct answer for that particular question is maternal effect. So maternal inheritance means it is something which you are getting from your mother. For example, mitochondria will be getting from the mother. Mitochondrial inheritance is your maternal inheritance. Whereas maternal effect means when the genotype of the mother will be controlling the phenotype of the daughter or son. Okay, so usually the genotype will be controlling genotype, but maternal effect means the genotype of mother will be controlling the phenotype instead of the genotype of offspring. Next, a tree was leaching with some toxic substance in an area around it. What will be the distribution of its adult progeny? It will be following a clump distribution. So here you can able to find the difference between clump, random, uniform. So clump distribution, it is also called as aggregated distribution. So it will be occurring when the resources between two organisms are distributed unequally. Okay, so in our case, that's a thing. So it is a clump distribution. Next, increase in homozygosity will be observed during when you do a continuous intense inbreeding, means then you will be getting a increase in your homozygosity. Next, early morning a bird is called as dawn chorus. So okay, they will be singing in the morning. So in morning there will be a less number of low atmospheric turbulence will be there, so they can able to maximize their signal transmission. At the same time, early mornings are too dark in order to search for the food. At the same time, they can't able to spot it by their predator because of the dark condition. Okay, so this makes a utilize this particular time to sing. Okay, because the background noise will be very much less. They will be singing to attract their partner. Most commonly male birds will be singing. At the same time, there is an option regarding to vocal cord. I think the statement type of question has been asked. Okay, so the particular thing will be coming from a bird part called Cyrex. Okay, so the bird Cyrex will be producing a clear sound called calls. Okay, so it is similar to our larynx. So for us, larynx will be present in the throat, whereas for birds, this particular syrinx will be present most commonly closer to lung. Okay, so it will be allowing a large proportion of oxygen to be enter into the lung, so they can able to generate the sound more efficiently. What is a formal name for International Code for Nomenclature? So before 2011, it was called as International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, that is ICBN. Next is an analytical kind of question. A protein PFE was a protein folding enzyme. It has lost KDEL sequence. What will be the consequences? So the option number 1 and option number 4 are correct. So unfolded protein will be present in the endoplasmic reticulum, and this PF, those that had lost their KDL sequence, they will be present in the extracellular portion of the. Which bee species is native to India? So you can able to find the correct answer is Apis dorsata. So these kind of question, I don't think so everyone can able to answer this question. Only if you know about that particular thing, I think zoology candidate will be giving a correct answer for this particular question. So this particular thing I had taken from Tamil Nadu Agriculture website only. So you can able to find this Apis dorsata. It is also called as rock bee, and it is found almost in all Indian subcontinent. Whereas if you take this Apis mellifera, it is generally located in Europe, Africa, and Middle East. Okay. Next, again, a match the following type of question. Modern synthetic theory was given by Dobansky, Haldane, Fisher, Sealright, and Steben and Ian Smith. And natural selection was given by Darwin, and Wright theory was given by Sewell Wright. Next, I was on question regarding to sea urchin fertilization. Okay, in sea urchin, external fertilization in sea urchin. So I don't get the entire statement, but they were asking about the false statement. But I'm giving you overall thing. So slow bulk polyspermy is called as cortical reaction. So cortical granule reaction is called as slow mechanical block to polyspermy. Okay. So the next thing with regarding to this particular cortical reaction will be initiated by the calcium ion. Okay, and the next thing is that with regarding to recognition of extracellular code, so here you can able to find the acrosomal protein mediating this recognition of C H is binding. So binding is an acrosomal protein, and next is resact, which is a 14 amino acid peptide, which will be functioning at the sperm activating peptide and sperm attractive peptide. Okay, so this particular resact is specific for Arabaxia punctata sea urchin. Okay, it will not attract the sperm from other species. So in some other sea urchin like purple sea urchin, you can able to find over here. Some others similar thing is present. So in purple sea urchin, in egg jelly there is a presence of sperac. Okay, so these are the questions that they had asked. The next there is a question regarding to A form, B form, Z form of DNA. A form and B form of DNA, they have a right-handed helical rotation, whereas Z form of DNA, they have a left-handed helical rotation. And next they have a question regarding to in part C. So they had generated blunt ended from 3' overhang of mung bean nucleases, and they had found out A is 30% and T is 15%. So whether the DNA is single strand or double strand, it is ultimately a single stranded DNA. If it is a double stranded DNA means then the equal volume of A. So A should be 30% and T should be 30%. But here they have given A concentration is 30% and thymine concentration is 15%. So this is applicable only in single stranded DNA, because in double stranded DNA, adenine will be pairing with thymine with a 2 bond. So there will be equal proportion of adenine and thymine. Next is how many ATP, NADH, FADH2 will be produced. The net output for one glucose molecule from glycolysis to Krebs cycle is they need 4 ATP, 10 NADH and 2 FADH2. Next is a decreasing order of biodiversity in India. I don't able to get the correct answer, but I don't. If they are asking the decreasing order of number of species, that include fishes, apes, reptile, mammal, and amphibian. Fishes, they have a huge number of species. So first is fishes. Here they are asking a decreasing order, but the question is about biodiversity. So insect are highly diversified species in India, followed by angiosperm and algal, mammal and bird. So I don't think this is a correct option. So please do tell me which is the correct answer. But insect are the first one. Next, bacteria deficient in repair mechanism and wild type. So they had taken two bacteria. One bacteria was deficient in repair mechanism and another one was wild type. Both are growing in antibiotics containing medium. What will be the result? So deficient, that is those bacteria which are deficient in the repair machinery, they will be growing well in the presence of antibiotics because they don't have a repair mechanism. Sorry friends, since it don't have a repair DNA repair mechanism, then ultimately it can't able to grow in the presence of antibiotic. So the correct answer is deficient will be growing less than the wild type and deficient colonies will not be seen in the media. Only wild type which have a efficient DNA repair mechanism alone can able to they can able to grow. Okay. The next is which concept is not applicable in island biogeography. So all the four options are correct, friends. Island biogeography is involving discussing speciation, equilibrium, competition and immigration. Next in photosynthesis, NADPH and ATP are synthesized in which part? Okay, so whether they are asking the location or whether they are asking where it will be synthesis. So if regarding to ATP synthase, it is located in thylakoid membrane. Okay, so here you can able to find all the transport mechanism involving to photosynthesis. It will be occurring in thylakoid membrane. So it will be producing ATP. So H plus will be pumped into thylakoid space and backflow of H plus and ATP will be producing ATP synthesis will be producing ATP in stroma. So ATP will be produced in chloroplast stroma. Okay, and NADPH reduction to NADP plus reduction to NADPH will be occurring in thylakoid membrane. So next is again an apoptosis kind of question they had asked. They had given three graph and graph A is decreasing and graph 2 is decreasing gradually and graph 3 was steady. Okay, so first graph is your MYC, second graph is your BCl2 plus MYC and third graph is your BCl2 because BCl is an anti-apoptotic. Okay. So BCl2 is an anti-apoptosis. So here the apoptosis will not be occurring. So the mice will be live. Okay. Whereas MYC in that condition, I can able to tell you. The first graph is MYC, second graph is BCl2 plus MYC, the third graph is BCl2. So only if we got the entire question, we can able to tell the correct answer. Which leads to ecological succession. So facilitation, tolerance, inhibition. All are three models of ecological succession. We didn't get a clear question, so we can't able to tell the correct answer. Next, there was a question regarding to Michaelis-Menten's equation, so I don't able to get the entire question. Next is post-transcriptional modification. So all the three processes are post-transcriptional modification. This include RNA editing. So RNA editing is also post-transcriptional process. There will be a nucleotide changes will be introduced into RNA sequence. Okay, so that's why there is a proteomic sequence variation. So the healthy plant was reflecting more near infrared light than the unhealthy plant, that is infected plant, because healthy plant will be having a more number of chlorophyll in their chloroplast. At the same time, there will be high number of spongy mesophyll tissue and parasite cells. Okay. So these are the list of questions. If you have still you have some other questions in your hand, means then please do send me. I'll be discussing the answer for those questions also. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching this video.